8:45. Thank you, Pumpkinies. This is an old top. This is an old top. It does make a change, Lydia. And you know what? Muting a few trolls and ignoring the idiots, that's the easiest thing to do on an evening like this, and just ignore them. Just ignore them. I know, Heartstopper. Yeah, I know. You know, I genuinely wish, and I know people won't believe me. I know people won't believe me. But I genuinely wish I could set my alarm for 7 o'clock every morning. I could get up, go out, have a 9 till 5 job. I genuinely wish I could do that. Genuinely. Because being ill long term is no fun at all. It really is no fun at all. So yeah, I really do wish I could have, for the last 20 more years, could have had a 9 to 5 job, could have got up at 7 o'clock each morning, could have gone out to work, could have done a decent job. I really do wish that my life... No, I'm going to say wishing is wrong on that one, because I know I've done so many things in my life that I wouldn't have done if I was working a 9 to 5 job. So many opportunities I've had to do other things. So many opportunities I've had to help other people, to talk with other people, share my experiences. So wishing is wrong. Saying I wish I'd never had the life I've had is wrong. But there are times when I wish that I hadn't been ill for so long, or, you know, yeah. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I'm out for the day laced with friends. Thank you, Lydia. Oh, I know it makes me no less of a person, Lydia, but at the same time, people often mistake or misunderstand that people who are chronically ill long term don't want to be chronically ill. No, Blarney, I'm not in Sussex, no. Rosie, I have no cruises booked. I have no cruises planned for 25 or 26 or 27 or anything. Exactly, Amy. Exactly. What did I have for my tea? I was naughty. I haven't even looked up how many sins a pot noodle is. But I had a pot noodle for my tea. Yes, my wheelchair is charged. Yes. In fact, I'll have a look now, because I have absolutely no idea. Lucy, I had a big lunch. So a pot noodle for my tea was really all I needed, because I had a big lunch. Pot noodle. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. It's bad, but it's not as bad as I thought. Nine sins for a pot noodle. 9 sins. So Chelsea, it's not ideal, no. But 9 sins So if you've got sins and you don't mind spending 9 of them on a pot noodle, it's not great, but for occasional, you know, I've got a couple in the cupboard. I'm not going to throw food away just because it's not Slimming World friendly. So I'm going to spread it out and use my sins on stuff. No, it's sins, S-Y-N-S. Why haven't I got any cruises planned? Bella, I moved back in November. Moving is not a cheap thing to do. I have a lot of bills, a lot of debts from the move. I have a lot of things I want to do to the house, which are more important for me long term than going on holiday. And you know what? If I can afford to go on holiday in the next few years, great. But I certainly can't afford it at the moment, Bella. So yeah, many things that I need to pay for instead. No, I haven't yet, Fred. I haven't watched it at all. Moody, I might find somewhere in the UK to go on holiday. Yes, Kev. Eggs are fine on Slimming World. Omelettes, scrambled eggs, poached eggs, they're all fine. They discourage fried eggs. But they don't say they're not allowed, but they discourage them. Then they're not sin-free. But omelettes, poached eggs, boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, they're all sin-free, unless you add milk or butter, stuff like that. No, I don't watch Call the Midwife, Ray. No, I've never liked Call the Midwife. Never liked it. I love mushroom omelettes. Mushroom omelettes with a little bit of pepper and maybe a bit of chicken, things like that. Kieran, I wouldn't physically be able to. I couldn't take part in most of those challenges that they do, Kieran. I physically wouldn't be able to do it. So, no, I wouldn't do anything like that. Ria, no, because the way you cook it changes the structure of the egg and also what you use to cook it. So if you use oils and fats and things like that, that changes the structure of the egg as well. Ugh, no, Elsie, I couldn't think of anything worse. I hate red onion. I'm not a huge fan of onions. And I can't eat a large amount of onions anyway, but no, I definitely don't like red onions. If pumpkin, I'd consider it. I mean, I wouldn't say no, but yeah, I couldn't. Not if, yeah, there's a difference, yeah. Lace, I just don't like it. Plus it gives me acid reflux if I eat a lot of onion. And I'm not a fan of a lot of onion taste. I love Tipping Point, Kev. I love Tipping Point. Used to watch it all the time. I haven't watched it. Is it still on? Or is it repeats? But I used to absolutely love it. I haven't watched it for a long time. I like Pointless. I like The Chase, yeah. Oh, I do like the #1 club, the 1% club, Teddy. Yeah, I actually do the 1%. You know, you can play along with the 1% club. I do actually do that. Abby, I used to love watching the original Deal or No Deal. I used to absolutely love it. If it's not Noel Edmonds, I'm not interested. I did actually apply to the original Deal or No Deal, but didn't get in. Sharon, yes, I do use the CPAP. I've talked about it. I even showed my mask earlier this evening. My mask is just there. So yeah, I do have a CPAP. Yeah, I didn't play along tonight, Abby, but I do sometimes, yeah. Oh, the old reruns of Price is Right with Bruce Forsyth. Yeah, I used to love watching that, Lizzie. How long have I had CPAP for? Oh, that's a good question. How long have I had it for? Let me try and work it out. Ten, 12, 13, 14, about 14 years. About 14 years, give or take. Yes, I do, Chelsea, yes. Sleep app is sleep apnea. Sleep apnea. I've used a CPAP machine. A CPAP means continuous positive air pressure. So it's where you have a machine at the side of your bed which blows air through a tube. So this is the tube at the side of my bed, and it connects to a mask on your face. And I have that. I've used it for about the last 14, 15 years. Something like that. I can't remember exactly. Oh, it helps big time, Sharon, yes. I used to constantly have problems, but now, yeah, I sleep really well. Yes, Chelsea, I have sleep apnea. Mad, if it's that loud, Mad, if it's like sleeping next to Darth Vader, if it really is that loud, you need to look at ask the sleep clinic to look at it, because my new machine is incredibly quiet. So if you've got if your partner has a loud machine, you need to ask them to look at it and look at getting you a different machine. Gilbert, when you've got sleep apnea, your throat closes up at night and you stop breathing. So your brain your body stops breathing. You don't breathe automatically. And so you risk suffocating, but you regularly wake up, because your brain also has a thing where if you stop breathing, your brain will wake you up most of the time. So, yeah. Actually, Lauren, it's not all to do with weight. A weight has a large impact on it, but it's not all to do with weight. I actually had the symptoms of sleep apnea a long time ago, before I had really bad weight problems. But my sleep apnea symptoms were ignored, overlooked. But it turns out that I've had sleep apnea a lot longer than they realised. Exactly, Fibro Queen. It's not all about weight. So part of my problem is my tonsils are very large. The back of my throat is very wide. But I can't have my tonsils out because of my cleft palate from when I was a baby, and it would leave me with too big a gap. But because my tonsils are very large, my back of my throat closes up very easily. It is done. It is incredibly frustrating and infuriating that people automatically assume just because you're overweight, the weight is your problem. If there was a spider on my curtains, I'm really not fussed. I quite like spiders, so yeah. Oh, Dale, thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much for the dancing hands, Dale. Thank you. I have no idea what you're talking about, Ethan. I don't know what the Eden situation is. No idea what you're talking about. Exactly. Sleep apnea and needing a sleep apnea machine is not all to do with weight. And I wish people would realise that it's not all to do with weight. Debbie, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's all to do with your tonsils, because it's not. I'm just saying for me, that's one of my problems. I can't have my tonsils out, and it would help me if I had my tonsils out. Josh, I lost another pound this week. Hello, Twisted Angel. I've not heard of that one, Robin. Rebecca, sorry. Hold on, let me look that up. Let me look that one up, Rebecca, because I've not heard of that, but I might know it by just the description of it. Pierre Robin syndrome. Lower jaw. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting, Rebecca. Thank you for educating me on that. So my cleft palate was a cleft of the back of the top palate. This isn't pyjamas, this is just a top. That's my pyjama top underneath, but this is just a top. Seen the video about a secret Discord. Granny Poland, I don't know what you're talking about. There is, if you're talking about do I have a secret Discord, no I don't. I do not have a Discord at all now. Thank you, Bing. You know, I'm going to say this to that, Granny. Thank you for telling me, but I am going to say this. I don't know why, as you've put it, Granny, my haters. I don't know why my haters are trying to plough up so many lies. The lies that were told about me just over a week ago by somebody in somebody else's box. Somebody who I don't even know who they are. Went in somebody else's box and started spelling off all sorts of hate about me just over a week ago. And it's like the lies he was coming out with were unbelievable. And I don't know why what pleasure people get out of telling lies about somebody. I just don't get it. It's like, look after yourself and put your efforts into your own stuff. And if somebody's jealous because I've got a high following, I'm shocked that I've got a high following. You know, I never asked for it. And here I am with it. So you know what? People just should go away. Do their own thing. They might end up even more popular than me. Yeah, I agree with you. Hate is often born of jealousy. I agree with you. Gilbert, why don't I have a Discord anymore? Well, Gilbert, again, it's the haters. One of the biggest reasons I closed my Discord was it was no longer safe. I had people in there talking about medical conditions. I had people in there talking about personal things because they had a safe environment. And the reason we pulled the plug was we had people going in there and screen recording stuff. We had people getting in the Discord just to stir up trouble. And that makes it unsafe for people to really have a freedom of space to be able to talk about things they wanted to. I don't just mean with me, but other people. I had a health chat in there where people were regularly chatting about stuff with each other. And people have actually been very upset that I had to close it. But I've closed it for everybody's safety. I wish I didn't have to close it, but I closed it for safety. Because people are just so horrible to go in and record stuff, share stuff, screenshot stuff and share it elsewhere. It's just not nice. Yeah, one of my mods was leaking stuff, Gilbert, yes. And I know exactly who that was. And that person is now blocked. Doesn't mean that somebody in this room right now is not that person. So, yeah. Oh, eyebrows, I'm not a saint. I'm not a saint. No, it wasn't Pitter, Gilbert. For all I know, Gilbert, the person was you. So I'm not going to be saying who it was because I don't want any more backlash. Because you know what? People, I say a name, people blow it out of full proportion. So you know what? There's just no point worrying about it. Bust Insider, how do I cope with the hate? If it wasn't for my faith in God and the strength God gives me to get through it, I wouldn't cope with it on my own. So yeah, that is how I get through every day when I'm on TikTok, is because of God, and he gives me the strength to get through each day. Actually, Lace, it's brown sauce. And yes, there, I've got a little spot of brown sauce on my top. When I was cleaning earlier on, I accidentally got a tiny bit of brown sauce on my top. Oh, thank you, Dodie. Yes, I do, Twiglet. Sorry, Twilight. Sorry, I read that as Twiglet. I do apologise. Discord is an app, Carly Saunders. Discord is an app. Yeah, Lucy, I'm a churchgoer. Yep. I'm a Christian. Nika, I totally agree with you. If the Lord can lead you to it, he can lead you through it. Very definitely. I am going to church tomorrow morning, yes. Providing I wake up in time. Gary, no, I'm not a Catholic. I'm just a Christian, and I go to an independent church. So no, I don't think I've ever been to a mass. I don't think I've ever been to a mass. No, Sharon, sorry. No. An independent church, Sharon, is a church that believes in the Trinity, believes in Jesus, believes that Jesus died on the cross to save us from our sins. You know, a Christian church, not part of any other denomination. Yeah. No, not a Methodist church, Lauren, just an independent Christian church. Don't worry, Elsie. Brian Doc, you are entitled to your belief. So I'm not going to tell you off for that. I'm not going to tell you anything. You are entitled to your belief. No, Pumpkin. No, Rosa is a part of the Catholic faith. And no, I'm not Catholic. No, I don't have any tattoos, no. If there's a spider crawling on the curtains, which I know there isn't, it can stay on my curtains. Mrs. Smith, I am a supporter of the LGBTQ plus community. I know people who are in part of the LGBTQ plus community. Some of my mods are part of the LGBTQ plus community. My best friend, who has been a friend of mine for over 20 years, is a member of the LGBTQ plus community. Not that I see him very often, because he lives up north. But we talk occasionally, and we've been friends for more than 20 years. So, yeah. I fully support members of the LGBTQ plus community. I'm not part of that community, but I support them. Lydia, they're trying to get me worried about saying there's a spider behind me. I wouldn't care if there's a bloody spider crawling up my back as long as it doesn't bite me. I'm just ignoring the stupid ones. Heather, I know there's no spider. Ruth, who said to you that I don't shop at yours anymore? Ruth. I shopped at yours last week. Where's the parrot? She's in the cage. She's gone to bed. Exactly, Linda. Yes. Lydia, sorry. I bought new pyjamas and a pair of jeans from yours last week. Ruth, you may have seen a video where I was disappointed that yours has stopped selling some plus size clothes in their shops, because they no longer sell above a size 28 in their shops when they claim to be a plus size clothing shop. yet they no longer sell anything above a 26, 28 in the shop. Because they say, oh, we'd rather sell men's clothes than sell ladies above 28. And yeah, it's a big disappointment. It really is, because they're not catering to the people they used to cater to. And there's still a high demand for it. The shop that I use, they even said to me last week, we still get people coming in looking for stuff. Well, as it is, as you know, I've now lost enough weight to get into a size 28. So I can now shop in yours on the high street, because I can now get into a size 28. Can I afford to replace all my wardrobe? Not a chance. So I'm certainly not going to be doing it in a hurry, but I'm hoping that I'll lose weight over time. I'd love to get down to a size 22. That would be my ultimate aim, to get down to a size 22. Ow. Oh, yes, Jen, I agree with you. People need to remember that, yes, an American size and a British size are two completely different things. Emma, I lost 1 pound. What's my speech impediment? My speech impediment is a stutter, and I do not like people who make a mockery and make fun of people who've got a problem. So I'm blocking you and getting rid of you. Done. So far, Zara, £5. So far, £5. But I know that at one point I was a lot heavier than when I weighed in. So when I weighed in nearly 3 weeks ago and I found out I was the weight I am, and I've now lost £5, I thought I was heavier than I was. So I also know that over the last few months, with the amount of stress, pressure and everything else that's gone on, change and everything, I'd lost weight. So I reckon if I'd weighed in back in September or October, I reckon I'd have been a whole stone heavier. So I actually think I've lost 1 stone and £5, roughly. But I can't prove it. But I definitely have lost £5. I'm well on my way to my first half stone sticker. Gilbert, no, I won't be sharing my weight. I do not share my weight with anybody. I'm just telling people how much I've lost. Alright guys, it is 11:30 and I am tired. So I'm going to head off to bed. I really appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Thank you very much. I won't be on tomorrow. I'm having a day out. And I hope everybody has a lovely day themselves. Enjoy whatever you're doing. I will be back on sometime on Monday. Yeah. So have a nice day, everybody. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's any comments I need to read before I go to bed, but I don't think so. Good night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. No, Monday even. See you on Monday. Thanks, everybody. Bye.